Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to Friday. What is today? The 8th or 9th? I don't know. I'm not even half awake yet. Sashi and Annie freaking out, seeing the snow out here and want us to take them outside. Nuts. What do you think, Lily? So it's 28 degrees and pouring down snow out here this morning. The snow just lightened up here a moment ago. But it looks like it's just here in Toledo for some reason. But you hear nothing moving around. It's just silence out here. I can hear it. It's weird this time of year because all the leaves are out of the trees. I can actually hear the cedar mill way down the road. That's lovely. How you can hear that thing running. Anyway, it's we got to go to work. I have things to do. So somehow or another, I got to get out of Toledo here. With my my wheel in tow, we're gonna go out in the snow, head to the workplace. I switched to a Carhartt bag that I have to help my back. My daily bag is like really heavy, so just got the essentials in there. Well, I just measured it. We're at 2 1/4 inches out here, and it's still a pummeling down. You ready to tackle this thing, Mama? All right, here we go.
That's a lot of snow.
Yeah, 2 1/4 inches.
Really?
Yeah, I took a ruler on top of the trash can thing there.
Might be a little bit more because I lifted up the trash can.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but I think pretty much it stayed.
Oh. It's beautiful back in them trees and stuff. This is a perfect thing for a 3-day weekend, but I got things to do.
I know. You gotta go to the store anyway.
Yeah. Sure is beautiful out here, Mama. Yeah.
I like Spyder.
Yeah, buddy. She's all kinds of snowed up out here. Craziest thing. Just like yesterday. Get on the south side of that mountain range and nothing. At about the 200-foot mark, the road started clearing up. And then within like the last half mile, there's no snow. Just like yesterday. It's like, snow? What snow?
Yeah.
That is crazy. There's literally nothing out here just like yesterday. Once we left the snow down by the freeway, it never came back. It snowed, but it was just wet, slushy thing. There's no white anywhere. Alright, just gonna be a normal old day down in Van Chulo. Yeah. Alright, welcome to Friday, Mama.
Alrighty.
Hope you have a wonderful day. I'm head on down.
Alright.
I'll get Ryan to I'll go down and get Ryan to come grab that Ryker wheel out of there so I don't kill my back.
Yeah. Don't you dare.
Alright.
Alright.
Love, see you, bye. Bye.
I need a... No, I want to take that bolt out.
Strip sump bolt. God help me. Well, you have to order a belly pan for it. We cannot get that out. And I'm not drilling it and letting them shavings be inside that motor. It's a store asset. It's a used bike. But I think somebody was interested in it. Sorry about the white balance, by the way. How about that? Is that a little better? 3600 Kelvin seems to work pretty good in here. But anyway, go up to sales and tell them she's going to need some extra work. Poor thing. Oh. The inside of the bead was leaking on this thing. Ryan fixed it for me. I had him grab it out of the truck, and he went and fixed it. Remember where it was oozing stuff out when I was spinning the wheel around? Right here and here. Small little bubbles. He sunk it in the dunk tank upstairs. So there's no dirt or anything in there. So yeah, cleaned everything up. Used a bead sealer thing that we get from the tire people. And put a coating of that on there, and so far she hasn't lost a drop. So just one of them off the wall weird things. But the Ryker lives. Check out this 2019 R1250 RT option 719. Look at that seat. That's cool. This is basically just right out of the crate and some of the shipping tapes and stuff taken off of it. But this is how she looks coming out of the box. And a whole gaggle of stuff I gotta put on it. She's a pretty one. I doubt I'll test ride it today unless by some miracle it dries up out there. So I've been asked several times, how are we adjusting the Ryker shocks? That was a rally, and this is the standard 900. Well, if you're tightening, which we do most of, this is just some cheap little suspension, cheap little suspension tool, and you can get underneath here, and with this attached, I'm going to do this one-handed here. With this attached to an extension on a cheater bar, back up here so you can see, you can grab a hold of this thing and you can go tighter, but you're doing it with two hands. But you can lift up and you can go tight. The problem is, if you need to go loose, you can't get a span. I've got different spanner wrenches. The problem is you can't get a wrench in here. But I've got skinnier ones that'll fit in here, but then you run out of, and it has a whole handle on it. It has to be one of these with a 3/8 deal. I don't even remember where I got this thing from. It's just some cheap suspension thing. You can get them from any motorcycle catalog. But you can go tight easy enough. If you need to loosen it, you have to run a strap through here, lift the Spyder so there's enough weight off of it. You can take this shock bolt out, and the shock will go back, rag it up, and then you need to use an awl or a screwdriver or something to hold the eye of the shock, because the shock will just spin. And when this backs off, it floats in here, but if it floats around, it can scratch stuff, so you got to rag everything up, and then you just loosen it that way. The rally, you can actually get in here and loosen it. You can do everything you need to do on a rally with this weird little tool. But the other ones with the clickers, to go loose, the shock needs to come out. This one has a nut on the back side of it. This one has a welded fixed nut. So don't take the wrong one out. Take the shock one out. This one would be easier to do because then you don't have to keep the shock from spinning. But you got to have a special wrench to reach from behind and hold it. That would be the more proper way to do it, and then you lift the whole thing out. You just need to, when you lift the Spyder, the shock goes backwards. So it's not that hard to do. Way harder than it should be, but hey, that's the way it is. If everything was easy, I wouldn't have a job. But yeah, it can be done. But anyway, somebody asked me that. Just a couple little tools. There's probably different tools out there, but that's just what I have. Again, the rally is very easy to do. Okay, there's my little Ryker speech for the day. I gotta swing by Harbor Freight after work and pick up a torque wrench so I can tighten that lug nut. Well, Mama, we've reached the end of the day. I got my car back there. We need to I'm gonna run down to Harbor Freight and get me a cheap torquey wrench.
Very good.
And we'll put a tire on the Ryker, and if it gets nice on Sunday like it's supposed to, go for a ride. So bye, work. I'm out of here. See you on Monday.
See you Monday.
Alright, so we hit the old Harbor Freight. Got what I needed. That's a big old heavy torque wrench right there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Mama, let's fight the rain and the snow mix, which it doesn't look like it's out. It was kind of a snowy mix when we were walking out, coming out here. But let's head home.
Alright. Sounds good.
Down here in little Toledo at the post's office. Got a little package from Ron in Georgia. Don't know what's in there yet, but thank you in advance, Ron.
Yeah.
We'll be checking it out this here evening. Well, hello there, YouTube. Made it home safe and sound. Even stopped by the post office and the old little Red Apple grocery store.
Yeah.
And Ron.
Yes.
You know where our heart's at. And the funny thing is Kelly forgot to grab coffee. We needed coffee.
I know it. So
perfect.
you are a little godsend.
Nothing like
Thank you.
the weekend to have a little bit of Black Rifle. This is the JB, which is the Just Black. That's really good coffee.
That's really sweet of you.
And this is the one you gotta grind so that he makes it a little special.
Yeah.
And you guys probably see him in the comments a lot. His username is Chestnut Mountain Tin Man. And looks like he built himself. I don't know if that's gonna focus or whatever. Got some cards, stickers. Sorry, and he sent some cards in there as well.
Very,
so if
very
you guys
nice.
see him down here, go check him out. And it looks like looks like an Ultra. Beautiful. I don't know if that. Yeah, there he is.
Is it gonna focus?
Set the Tail of the Dragon on his Ultra. That's cool. And
very
again,
nice.
Thank you very much, Ron.
Yeah.
Thanks for a little note and
so
stuff in
sweet.
there and what nots and how comes and do what for us and that kind of stuff. So I think we got some groceries back there. Get those in. I'm gonna go out there and put the wheel back on the Ryker and hope that cheap torque wrench. When I put it at 221 foot-pounds, it really 221 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work.
Oh yeah.
Those things are, if you use them all the time, I don't think their accuracy would probably be. I wouldn't use it like at work on BMWs, but you're putting a wheel on a thing, it's gonna be close enough.
Oh yeah.
The wheel's not gonna fall off. But anyway, I'm gonna do that right quick, and so we'll Kelly do her little goodbye, and I'll say another goodbye out there, like I did last night.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. Alright.
Alright.
We'll talk to you guys. Well, I'll talk to you here in a minute.
Yes.
The little woman you see here tomorrow, unless she comes roaming out there for something.
Sometimes I do roam.
Yeah, she'll come out there. What are you doing out here?
Gotta check on him, you know.
Alright.
You guys take care.
That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye now. So I apologize if the color is wonky and the sound is weird. This is my old Hero 5 session. But I pulled this thing out of the box. That's the wrench I got. Number 63883. But look at the size of the head on this thing. What in the world? Oh, holy moly. Look at that crazy looking thing. That there's a man's tool, man. But that'll get the job done, or you could use it as some kind of crazy weapon. But you gotta have an adapter to go down. But I've got that. So anyway, let's get this thing put on. That thing cracks me up. Let's throw a wheel on this thing. So you slide her on there, start to walk her in. If it goes up against the disc, she just fell right in. You can stick your fingers in there and make sure the dowels went through, which they did. And then got your washer that bites against the lugging of the wheel. It scared me. I couldn't find my 3/4 to half adapter there for a bit. I was a little spooked. I thought, oh no. And I was right at Tool Peddler, you know, or not Tool Peddler, but Harbor Freight. So just get her initially snug there. So I set the head of this thing just still cracks me up. So I got it set torque wise, and you always want to torque down. Don't lift up in torque, because you're gonna one, you're hurting yourself, and two, you just lift the Ryker right up off the ground. Let's throw some T-Orc at this thing. Make sure your nuts on there are good and tight. That's nice. It's nice long. In case you guys don't know, 220 foot-pounds of torque is a lot. Give her a couple more. Here she is. And if you're using a clicker style torque wrench, do not leave them torque down. Back them off. And don't back them off until they're loose. You want the slightest amount of tension on them. So there she is. 50s are minimum. So I just touch them till you got a light amount of pressure. And just lock it down so it doesn't move around on you. Now you have to find the hole. I think I'm looking at it right there. Look at that. Find the hole that it'll easily go into. Oh, there we are. There she is, seated down. That's one. Well, see, I went and, like a knucklehead, I went and cleaned this wheel, so now I got a dirty wheel on that side over there and a nice clean one over here. But that's all there is to it. So if we get a nice day on Sunday, like they're predicting, we'll be doing good. So it was the bead on the inside. I don't know if it made me, well, probably should look at that side, but there was like oozing in two different spots coming out on the inside bead. And it was right at both of those spots where it was leaking. Well, I've seen that, you know, if you get a little crazy with your tire lube when you're mounting these things, when you spin balance them, that stuff comes out, you know, and you just clean it up before you hand it back over to the customer. Well, I just thought that's what it was, but my son pointed out, he goes, "Pops, there was two spots, I don't know if you noticed, it looked like stuff was leaking out." And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "That was right where it was leaking." So maybe it was some chemical, maybe they got too much of the tire sealer on there. But he broke the bead, made sure the rim wasn't oxidized or anything weird like that, and that the tire was clean. You know, I thought maybe, you know, I'd rolled it and got some dirt down in there or something. He goes, "No, everything was fine. It just, I cleaned it up and used this commercial bead sealer just to make sure everything's cool." So that's it. You're back on all three wheels there, little Ryker. I'm sorry I left you sitting with a crutch for the day. Now you're ready to roll. Alright. Grab my stuff, put my things away here and head on in. Well, thank you guys very much for hanging out with a second night of playing around with the Ryker. Anyway, we'll chit chat with you kind folks tomorrow. Thank you guys very much. And thanks for watching. We'll see you now. Bye-bye.